bad, my bad. Yeah. First of the month, I'ma run it back. Ay. Same day, why I'ma run it back. Yeah. Friday, payday, run it back. Ay. Run it back, run it back, run it back. Ooh. 48 yards, I run it back. Ay. I cop a car, I run it back. Yeah. Go your then run it back. Run it back, run it back, run it back. Hello? That's the jag calling. Let me click over real quick to let my jag talk it. I eat it, ooh, Pac-Man. That's the way my neck talking. Right? I ain't never coming back the way the stress. You don't make no clap back when you backpack, my bad. But I'm past that with a NASDAQ. That's cash. When the money fall, I'ma slap that. Clap when the money go, you don't slap. That's facts. If the money low, I'ma grab brown man. When it come back, I'ma give back my bad. When the check hit, the direct hit. I'm glad when the check missed the direct hit. I'm sad like, who's that knocking at my window? My window. They say that it's the money, I'm like tenfold. Over and out. That's gon' make you up like a limbo. She said she not a, she an. Ooh, why you do that like that? Like that? It's a lot of money. Why are you mad like that? Like that? Ooh, I'm in my new bag, my bad. You ain't getting too bad, my bad. Yeah. First of the month, I'ma run it back. Ay. Same day, why I'ma run it back. Friday, payday, run it back. Ay. Run it back, run it back, run it back. Ooh. 48 yards, I run it back. Ay. I cop a car, I run it back. Yeah. Go your then run it back. Run it back, run it back, run it back.
Honey, I dash, got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, they will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone, watch me celebrate. I'm cocky, I do my dance, jump in the stands. No man, the man, oh deal with the hands. Thought he could guard me, I ruin they plans. I do what I want, they do what they can. Got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, honey, y'all dash, honey, y'all dash, honey, y'all dash, honey, y'all dash, honey, y'all dash. Yeah, they can't catch up because they lacking the stamina. Way too advanced.
All right, Coach, thank you. EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us at Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Carolina Panthers. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line.
Set, 19! Ain't no such thing as a loss. We taking wins home. Shit, hands up!
On first down, Wiley. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Heck of a start, a 30-yard pickup on their first play from scrimmage. I have a pretty good friend, Charles Davis, who tells me that when he sees plays like that, strong runs to the right, reminds him of the 1960s Green Bay Packers.
Boy, those were the days back when the fullback actually carried the ball as well as blocked. Then you had a halfback. You had pulling guards, guys who could get out and run. And you can hear the great coach saying it back then. So we get a seal here and a seal here, and we run this play right in the alley.
14 yards, good for a Panther first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Check 13. Check.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
Let's go.
Now Watson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Fletcher Cox in there to get him, and that is now sack number 18 on the season for him. Going to need something special here on 3rd and long after that sack. What does Watson have in his arsenal? A shotgun snap for Watson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 26, and his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. Johnson was the intended receiver. They were ball hawks last week. They had a trio of interceptions on defense. In the first drive, they pick up right where they left off.
They're creating quite a reputation for themselves, aren't they? And sometimes what happens is when they know that the defense can take the ball away as they saw the previous week, now you try too hard to not let them take it away, and you force yourself into errors. They've intimidated them in a sense and gotten the ball from them.
A pretty big opening there on first down. 8 yards up to the 33. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
Here we go. Check nickel.
They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain there of 21 yards.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
So after the run by Kamara, now another 1st and 10.
61, matchbox, right. Under 10. Hey. Smooth.
From the gun, Jones. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Evan Ingram, his 9th touchdown of the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. From the 27, Watson.
They tried a quick hitter.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And he'll take this back down inside the 20. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
No. Hey, Wahoo! Hurry up, hit it.
Off play action. Jones trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And the return will stop them well inside their own 20 at the 15-yard line. Bear in mind they had 2 interceptions last week, but that was in 4 quarters. They've got 2 here in the first quarter alone.
And the unsung people in this streak, the pass rushers. Because most of the time, they're the ones that affect things in the pocket for a quarterback, trying to throw the football, rushing them, getting them off their spot, harassing them. And that allows the defensive backs, the linebackers, to swoop in and make the picks downfield.
And they're swooping. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone.
Here's Watson. James has got it. Complete.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end. Take some easier completions.
The interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target.
Switch it.
On 3rd down, Wiley. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. So they're going to come to the line here, and it appears trying to go for it on 4th.
Crunch. Check it back.
They are going for it. Here's Watson. And this is incomplete. Jalen Ramsey right there in coverage to knock it away.
I don't know why you would do that. It's almost guaranteed points the other way. I mean, I get it if it's a late game situation, maybe even 4th and inches. But, boy, that's a huge risk to take.
Yeah, now they're set up in prime position going the other way.
Here we go. Set. 60 or. 59. I'm coming after you.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara. And he's going to push his way down to about the 12. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. The previous run good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard.
Check. 59. Go.
Now Jones. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up 1st and goal. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Here's Jones. Back to the air on 2nd down. And this is going to be intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off.
So that's back-to-back drives where they're throwing an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4, turned it over in their own territory. But the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the 1st down or to have the defense have to hold up.
But he trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it. Be aggressive because I've got the wild bunch backing me up over here on my own sideline.
We'll see what his offense can do. And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Check 48, come on. Stop your whining. Check 9.
On 3rd down, Wiley. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. It's a Carolina 1st down on a gain of 16. Well, after an interception, last thing you want to do is go 3 and out, give the ball right back. They avoided that.
Yeah, you definitely do not want to do that. I remember in college I played with a really big-time player on defense. We ended up getting an interception as we passed the offense coming out. He told him, if you don't take care of this football, you have to answer to me later.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Josh Allen in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there, because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
Check. In the car. Slam. Watch that.
To try again after the sack. Watson going right side here, and that's complete. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. The Panthers on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1.
Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship.
To throw is Watson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Yannick Ngakoue able to record his 5th sack of the season.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way. Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. Boy, a curious decision to go for it doesn't pan out. And the Jags take over in terrific field position.
Let's go. 10 Tucson. Blue down. 5.
A give to Kamara running right. And some room to work. That's good for 21 yards and a 1st down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
6-6. Pull it high. 2.
Now Jones on 1st down. This is caught by Robinson. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 16-yard line.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
59, Mark, 59. Hey, echo.
Throwing Jones. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
That's very well timed there defensively, because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. J.J. Arcega-Whiteside, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead.
Now that touchdown won't allow you to totally relax, but you can breathe a little easier now. Just increased their lead.
Point after, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points get that 0 off the board. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. They run the counter. Wiley. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. The Panthers on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This time it's 3rd and 3. out of the gun. Watson. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
You don't want no problem. You don't want no problem from me.
The offense stays put. They failed twice already in this first half, but they're going to go a third time here on fourth down.
Check, 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 check three, check three, check three.
They're going for it. It's Watson. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And it's a fumble. And the Jags grab it. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. And the aggressive play call simply does not work out. You're on your own side of the field here. Punt it, right?
Yeah, I would agree with that. There's a time for analytics and a time for being aggressive, but not with this field position. There's also a time for good old football 101 sense.
Yeah.
Punt it away. Let your defense take over with better field position.
Hey, switch gears, switch gears. Hey, foxtrot, foxtrot. Let's go.
Jones, following the fumble recovery, he'll throw. Stepping up, he'll try and run. And he'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple. On second down, Kamara. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. Got what they needed there. The drive continues with a 9-yard pickup.
First down, Jaguar.
All day, baby, let's go. Ready, break. Check 59, Mike. Mike is 59.
Jones now on 1st and 10. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game watching this offensive line because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss him? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
And based on my math, they've only converted 1 time thus far in this game, so you can see the frustration starting to come out a little bit. 3rd downs, they've been a problem for them all game. They've got to start becoming solutions.
And no, it doesn't get there. Hits the crossbar, bounces back out. He had it online, but it comes up about a rotation short. Well, he had that one on target. That's half the battle. The other half of the battle, however, is distance.
And he nearly had that, too. But it was the crossbar that said otherwise, and that'll deny him a shot at 3.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 47. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. Another one for his trophy case. I mean, it's rare enough for a lineman to have 1 interception. He had one last week and now back-to-back weeks.
It's absolutely amazing, isn't it, watching it happen? And how about the joy that you see in him back-to-back weeks, getting interceptions? He's going to be telling the defensive backs, I'm coming your way from now on, guys.
Yeah, take it easy. On 1st and 10, Jones escaping the pressure right. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 18.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. A new life now following the late turnover. Maybe a chance for points here before the break.
Yeah, pretty nice situation they find themselves in because they're really maybe one completion away from giving their kicker a shot, and that gives them a chance to get some points up on the board.
And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off near the 34, and the return stops at the 39-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
Trying to shake off the interception, he'll look to throw. And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. Dante Jackson. Picks it. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
Let's go. You remember me? You remember me? Let's go, baby. Check, check. Lucky.
Off of play action, it's Watson. Johnson's got it complete. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Reset. 19. Target. Watch the twist.
Now a first down throw, Watson. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Jalen Ramsey. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
1st and 10 at their own 46-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot.
And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Jaguars in possession of the lead, and they will get the football as we are underway in the second half. A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the second half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you and I both know the special teams coordinators, they sell their key plays each and every week to the head coach, don't they? And I guarantee he's been selling this one. We can get it, Coach, we can get it. and that came together with that sense of urgency you talked about.
The third quarter starts with a run by Chubb, and he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for third down. Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Back to throw. Finds his tight end Ingram. And down inside the 15 he goes. A Jacksonville first down on a pickup of 17.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. And he's brought down. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. They'll give it to Chubb, and he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. Nick Chubb, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here at half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
A gain there of 21 yards. Faking the give. Now Watson. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's James. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Panther first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Now a handoff here to his running back. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the Jaguars' 46-yard line.
Watch 29!
On 2nd and 12, Watson. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. Josh Allen, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out.
3rd and long, it's Watson. And the catch made by Johnson. They wind up getting 16, but even that's not quite enough. It's 4th down.
Boy, they had a lot of real estate to make up there, but what a big-time play for them. Nice completion, excellent gain. Now they're in 4th and manageable.
Just a little short, though, with that marker. Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on fourth.
Here I come again. Here I come again. 6 guys. Check 6 guys. Hey, check 24. Check 24.
Here we go on fourth. Watson. And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 33. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it, but it just tells you about the game of football. It giveth and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times. The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down. On first down, he'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Right, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
There goes a deep ball, end zone, and that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down. It's been a struggle for him accruing yards in this game passing the football. So there he said, hey, I'm going to try to chuck it deep, but another incompletion.
Has to be a little bit frustrating because of what you just described. It's been a struggle for him here in the second half, hoping for one big shot to get him out of the doldrums.
Looking to throw. Oh, he's going to go for it all. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And the return just out across the 15 to the 16-yard line. They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the third quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
Pretty solid run here on first down. Almost picked up another first, but he appears to be a few inches short. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
It's second and inches at the 26-yard line.
On second and inches, Watson flushed out right. He'll run it, and he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. Taking matters into his own hands, and he picks up 4 yards and a first down. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced a ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
Eluding the pressure right. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this third quarter. Jalen Ramsey with a sack on the corner blitz. And we're back now in Charlotte. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
To throw is Watson. Throwing on third and long. And that will be incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on fourth down. Now it's Watson taking a shot for Samuel. And they will not be able to hook look up there. It's incomplete. Ron Rivera, the gambling type, but he comes up empty here. And the Jags take over in terrific field position. From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
Well, that's a pretty good drive starter right there. And I don't know, partner, if you're even thinking about sitting on the ball right now. They may just want to run their regular offense.
In plus territory. And as an offensive coordinator, you don't want your team to go into a shell, do you?
No, you really don't, because as soon as you take your foot off the gas.
Got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. DJ Moore. His second touchdown on the season. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
On first down, Watson. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same Surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
Flush to his right. Now the ball comes out, and the Jags grab it. Now a stoppage here for an injury. And, oh, boy, that looks to be the quarterback, Watson. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. 4 yards on the pickup, good enough to extend the drive. They'll run on first down. Wiley. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 14 yards, good for a Panther first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll set up a throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Give him 10 there, good enough for a Panther first down. On first down, Wiley. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Leo!
At the 47-yard line.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Well, this secondary has done such a good job of frustrating these receivers tonight. Another example right there on the deep ball. Sometimes when the sun goes down and it's just the bright lights in the stadium, there's a little extra spring in their step, doesn't it? And that's what we're seeing from the defenders. Doesn't matter whether it's man or zone, deep ball, short ball, and that was a deep one there. They're making plays on the football, contesting everything. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And to the 49-yard line, but no further, and obviously he is well short of the first.
General West.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And James has it. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Now, no reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
This quarterback now 4 of 5 since coming on. It's first and 10.
No. Set now.
He'll drop to throw. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. And he'll lose yardage here. Going down back at the 28. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. 2nd and 11. He gets this one to Johnson. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
The Panthers on 3rd down. Not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5.
He's checking. Crash.
Ready. Back to throw here. A bullet throw, but incomplete. Another pass attempt, another incompletion, and they're just a little over 100 yards passing here in this game, so defensively, pretty good job.
Definitely, because they were never really able to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, so a lot of credit to the defensive game plan, and especially the execution.
They're already slim. Hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down.
He's not going to get me. Shift. Back.
Gotta try it here. He's back to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Jaguars are going to take possession here on the turnover on downs. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right...
And that's caught inside the 30. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Even though he was forced from the pocket, still able to adjust, make the long throw, and it ends with a really big touchdown.
Yeah, moving to his left. The key to everything when they're moving outside of the pocket, doesn't matter which side, making sure those shoulders get around and you get back square so you can get everything on the throw and create the big play we just saw there downfield.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave him great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10, and that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
I think this one offensively, this is one where you just say, let's move on. Let's not even watch the game tapes from this one.
Yeah, you might just want to throw it in the trash, act like it was never there in the first place.
Yeah, just say we're good. I actually have heard of a coach in the past who took his team out to the practice field and ceremonially buried the game film.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Fletcher Cox in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Now back to throw. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Yannick Ngakoue. Thank goodness. That means this next drive is going to begin 1st and goal already at the 5-yard line. So this one fairly well in the bag as they take over with a 1st and goal. They'll run with Chubb, and they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. So another score there. Often you talk about the three phases of the game: defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a fourth phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the fourth quarter. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for them? And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Fletcher Cox, it's his 20th sack of the season as he continues what could be a record-setting campaign.
Check nickel.
They'll look to throw here. And he's going to go down. He backed up into the end zone, and this is going to wind up a safety. Things are just going from bad to worse now. It's a safety that does him in here, and that is one frustrated offensive unit.
They can't get out from under their own shadow right now. I mean, I know this is the NFL, but could you imagine a college crowd right now? Imagine what they'd be doing. They'd be chanting, "Start the bus," because they think this one is over.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all three timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 46. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. J.J. Arcega-Whiteside, the intended receiver.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
Here we go, set. 10 Lobo. Not today, you are. Not today.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Yannick Ngakoue, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. They'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it.
This is our time, guys. It's our time. Check 3.
Ready? He'll look to throw, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Fletcher Cox, and the Jaguars are going to take possession here on the turnover on downs. Very good starting field position for the Jaguars offense as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock. He was looking to get that one to DJ Moore, and that'll bring up 2nd down. That one looks like he'll throw here. Steps away to his left. He's going to look deep for more. Incomplete. And we're down to 8 seconds now. He was trying to go back to Moore there. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Back to throw. He'll buy some time right. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep over the middle. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off down at the 2. And that will write a finish to this ball game. So this will be a win for Jacksonville. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one. And that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory. So for the Jaguars, the win will help them keep pace in the playoff race as they move to 6-3 on the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Panthers, the turnaround hasn't materialized as they fall to 2-7. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to MetLife Stadium to take on the New York Giants. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew,